Hi guys, welcome back, and gonna give you the recap that we had 5 games yesterday on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm about to give you the full upload of what happened. So the first game that we had was the Boston Bruins versus the Buffalo Sabres. For the Buffalo Sabres, that Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen versus Joonas Korpisalo for the Boston Bruins. In the first period, it was 1-0 Sabres. Buffalo strikes first. Peyton Krebs, assisted by Jack Quinn and Owen Power. Then the Bruins scored 1-1 to tie it up. It was Pavel Zacha, assisted by Morgan Geekie and David Pastrnak. Then the Bruins took the lead with Morgan Geekie scoring the goal, making it 2-1 Boston, assisted by Parker Wotherspoon. And then to tie it up, that was the first period. Moving on to the second period. For the second period, it was Owen Power to make it 2-2 Buffalo, assisted by Ryan McLeod and Bowen Byram. Third period, it was still 9-2. And then they went to overtime. The overtime shootout winner was Alex Tuck for the Buffalo Sabres, assisted by Owen Power and Jack Quinn, and Sabres win 3-2. And that ends that game. Moving on to our second game on St. Patrick's Day, we had the Philadelphia Flyers facing off versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. We had for the goalies for the Flyers, we had Ivan Fedotov versus Andrei Vasilevsky. And let's get right into it, shall we? First goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Late strike first, 1-0. Nikita Kucherov unassisted. That was for the first period. No goals in the second period. Moving on to the third period. Jake Getzel scored it for the Lightning to make it 2-0 Lightning, assisted by Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point. And that game ended up being 2-0 Tampa Bay Lightning win. And for Andrei Vasilevsky, the Tampa Bay goaltender, it was his 5th shutout of the season and 39th in the NHL in his NHL career. Congrats to him. Moving on, we'll keep moving on to our third game. The New Jersey Devils versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. We had for the goalies for the New Jersey Devils, Jake Allen versus Jet Greaves, and let's get right into it. So for the first period, it was 0-0. Both goalies held their ground. It was really, really good until the second period came along. Second period, it was 1-0 Devils. Timo Meier, assisted by Stefan Noesen and the captain, Nico Hischier. Then it became 2-0 Devils with a goal by Jesper Bratt, assisted by Brian Dublin and Cody Glass. And then moving on to the third period, we had Matthew Olivier scored it for the Blue Jackets to make it 2-1, assisted by Justin Danforth and Zach Aston Reese. And that game ended up Devils win 2-1. Moving on to our fourth game of the night. We had the Calgary Flames facing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We had Dustin Wolf in net for the Calgary Flames, and we had Joseph Wall in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And let's get right into it, shall we? We got the Toronto Maple Leafs scoring 1-0 in the first period. Goal by Max Domi, assisted by Simon Benoit and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Then the Flames tied it up 1-1. Rasmus Andersson, assisted by Jonathan Hooverdome and Martin Pospisil. We'll keep moving on to the second period. Second period to make it 2-1 Maple Leafs. It was William Nylander, assisted by Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews, the captain, as always. Then, shortly after that, it was Nicholas Robinson to make it 3-1 Maple Leafs, assisted by Max Domi and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Then after that, it was 4-1 Maple Leafs. Austin Matthews, assisted by William Nylander and Mitch Marner. Then it was Austin Matthews again to make it 5-1 Maple Leafs, assisted by Matthew Knives and William Nylander. That was the second period. Moving on to the third period, we had Bobby McMahon making it 6-1 Maple Leafs, assisted by Morgan Riley and Kelly Yarncrook. Then the Flames scored. Kevin Ball, assisted by Dryden Hunt and Yegor Sharangovich. And for the game, Dustin Wolf was replaced at net by Dan Vladar in the third period for the Flames. Moving on to our final game of the night. We had the LA Kings versus the Minnesota Wild. We had Darcy Kemper in net for the goal for the LA Kings. And then versus Philip Gustafson for the Minnesota Wild. And let's get right into this game. It was 1-0 Kings in the first period. Adrian Kempe, assisted by Kevin Fiala and Drew Doughty. And that was the first period. Moving on to the second period. The Wild tied up in the second with a goal by Ryan Hartman, assisted by Jared Spurgeon. That was the second period. It was 1-1 apiece. Moving on to the third period, the Minnesota Wild scored, make it 2-1 with a goal by Matt Zuccarello, assisted by Matt Boldy and Ryan Hartman. And then to seal off the deal, it was 3-1 Wild. Marcus Johansson scored that goal, assisted by the captain, Jared Spurgeon. And the Minnesota Wild won the game 3-1. And that is your NHL sports update. See you guys for the next one. And yeah, it was a really good game. Hard games, winning everywhere. It was tight games, but teams made an effort to pull it off. And yeah. I'll do another one for you guys pretty soon when the next games come out, and yeah, can't wait to give you that update.